I greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, the incomparable Lord who takes care of his sheep. My brothers, I have come again to reveal to you the things that the Lord inspires in his servants. I will reveal to you, my brothers, what the Lord has shown me. I understand that these are not easy things to understand because they are spiritual things. Academic intelligence cannot understand these things. Human wisdom cannot even dissect these things. This is what we call solid food. I will say, because these are things that are in the Spirit, and those who are there in the Spirit are mature people. One thing, my brothers, not all spiritual things are written in the Bible. No, you must have a certain spiritual dimension to eat solid food. Solid food are spiritually advanced things, and the Lord makes known to his children. My brothers, I will explain to you that the Lord has shown me. Really, I do not remember the date because the date escaped, but the Lord made me visit the spiritual world that many among us do not know. One thing must be understood: when the Lord had cast out the devil from heaven and the rebel angels, they fell to earth, but when they fell, some went into the abyss, some went to the dry land, and some remained in the heavens. They scattered. Then the devil built a world of his own, a spiritual kingdom of his, which we call the world of Pandemonium. These rebel angels became the fallen angels, but when they fell to earth, they did not all come to our earth. Some left under the abyss under the orders of the fallen angels called Abaddon. In the Bible it is Abaddon who is the leader, the commander-in-chief of all the angels of the abyss. There are also angels who scattered on earth. Some of the angels remained in the heavenly places. I had this grace, for the Lord made me visit this mysterious world. It is a spiritual world where the kingdom of Satan is. These are spiritual things which are not written in the Bible. So before understanding these things, you must really go into depth. A prayer, ask the Lord, he will show it to you. I too did not know, because I am not a Satanist, to come and tell things as do Satanists. I will say what I listened to, and I will also tell you what I saw. Spiritual things are things that exist that human intelligence cannot explain. Human wisdom cannot believe, but it exists. That is why no one here on earth knows the spiritual world. The spiritual world is vast. I slept one night. The Lord's Spirit came to take me to a kingdom. I was transported to the Spirit and left my body. When I was out of the body, I noticed that I was flying like a bird. I was light. I was floating. The Spirit of the Lord that guided me explained to me what I was seeing while I was flying like an eagle. When we moved in the Spirit, I saw below us a massive advanced city. The city was similar to modern cities of the earth, but much more advanced. Even though it was similar to cities like New York, Paris, Dubai, modern cities like that, I see below us a big city. Really, it was a modern city with modern constructions, and there was urbanization. It was very clean and modern. The Spirit who led me told me, what you see here is the world of Pandemonium. This is where Satan's general headquarters is located. It is here you find the satanic prisons of Satan. There are many going to church, but they are spiritual prison of this kingdom. There are people who make pact with the devil. They are also in prison here. The spiritual man understands the things of the Spirit, but the natural man does not understand the things of the Spirit. Many people have made pacts and alliances with the devil, and they traveled to this world. It is here in the kingdom of the devil that the Satanists have their meetings. There are many satanic prisons and places of captivities there, for it is a whole world. It is like the world here on earth. As we flew above this modern kingdom, I was reminded of N.W. York, the modernism. I saw the same thing. So I was flying like a bird and watching below us this big and modernized city. I could not imagine that this advanced city was in the spiritual world. It gave the vibe of New York. You know, when you are in a plane that is flying above New York trying to land on the airport. I was looking at this diabolical kingdom. It's as if I were on a plane watching a modern city. It's the same thing, for I was like a bird with the Spirit leading me. I didn't see the Spirit, but I felt his presence and I listened to him. What's happening in the city was that there was traffic city, just like everything we see in modern cities. The cars were moving on the road, electricity is everywhere, it's lit up, there were buildings. I don't see how to explain it to you in an exact way because human intelligence cannot conceive of that. Human wisdom can never really understand these things. Really, it's downright. It's like if you went to Los Angeles, to Chicago, to Boston, the modern cities. That's what I saw there. So what I see in the modern city is what I see there. The cars were moving, there are buildings, there are people. Now the spirit that led me tells me, here is the spiritual kingdom. It is here that the headquarters of Satan is located. It is here. And then we started to descend and landed. I found myself in fact in a building, at the top of the buildings, that is to say on the top floor of a building. Inside the building I see like a family. So there was a woman who was breastfeeding the triplets, that is to say that he had triplets that she was breastfeeding, and the gentleman was outside doing something, but I do not remember what he was doing there. My attention was much more on the woman and the children. But what is strange is when the spirit told me to look carefully at the woman and the children, I began to look at the woman and the children. They were half animal, half human. Their head was similar to birds with beaks, but the body is downright human. The spirit tells me examine and look. The woman was breastfeeding the 3 children, and she was complaining to these children in these words, "You make me suffer a lot, I am suffering." The children were so annoying that the woman could no longer bear the disturbances of her children. She was disturbed, and she was tired and did nothing but complain. This woman was a black woman and the children were black and the father was black. The spirit tells me, do you see this woman? I say yes, I see the woman and the children, and the man. That's when the spirit tells me, the woman you see here exists on earth. That is to say that she is getting on with her life on earth. I did not understand that. The spirit explained that there are people who exist here on earth living with people, but in the spirit they are prisoners there in the world of Pandemonium. It's a little difficult to understand, but that's how spiritual things are. So the couple exists here on earth physically, but they are prisoners of the Pandemonium world. This woman here on earth is single, but in the spiritual world she has children, and is married. Human wisdom cannot conceive that. It's difficult to understand. Even the man exists here on earth, but his spirit is there. But the children who were born in the Pandemonium world are not earth. The spirit insisted that the woman exists here on earth, where she is a physical person on earth, but she has a family in the spiritual world. It's the same thing with the man, because they are both in satanic prison in the spiritual world. These children you see are children that they begotten into the world of Satan. These are children who already have the satanic seed. And instead of mouth this whole family had bird beak. The man had a beak, likewise the wife and children. For me it seemed a little difficult to swallow. Many people are in the satanic prison in the satanic world. Many dream that they are married and have children. These are realities of the world of Satan that I saw when visiting this family, where man and woman have given birth to children that are demon. How many times you have sex in the dream, you may have a family in the spiritual world. The spirit said, we must leave and go down. We must go. Automatically we left that family. We were flying away from the building. I started to fly like a bird and I saw a man down below from far. The spirit tells me, look over there is a man who comes. The man in question was white. It is what I saw, it was a blonde. The spirit who guides me told me that it is Satan that you see over there. They say that the devil has horns. I tell you the truth that I didn't see any horns. I didn't see it with a tail. No, he was a humanoid, a spirit that I saw. He had nothing that could then frighten someone. He was really like a simple person. But when he saw us, when he saw me, I also saw him. We fixed our gazes because I was up there and he was down there. We fixed our eyes and he now began to follow me automatically. He too began to fly like a bird to chase me, and I began to fly away from him to like a bird. Now we had a gap. He came like a bird, then the spirit that was with me propelled me even higher, so every time the devil came like a bird, I continued to climb even higher, and he stayed down there, for he stopped chasing me, but we were really moving at an inexpressible speed that I can't explain, and when I looked down the devil was down there very far from me. Then I woke up. My brothers, you know that these are things that spiritually exist, but except that it is difficult to understand if we do not have the spirit. But I understood in the way that there are several people who live here on earth but who are prisoners on the other side. That is why today there are many women and men waking up wet in bed, and you have women who have the chest or breasts which give milk but have no babies. It is necessary to check that. When you wake up you are all wet, you are likely to have spiritual husbands. It is necessary to deal with that. Many are married in the spiritual world, and because these satanic activity you wake up wet and you have dreams having sexual intercourse. There are even people that are single, but when you sleep at night you find yourself with the children in bed and you are taking care of the children. There are even people who are unemployed on earth, but when you sleep at night you see in the visions that you are working in a company. Things like that need to be examined, for you may be employed in the spiritual world. You have to seek knowledge, for what is happening is dangerous. If you see in the night you do things that in the day you do not do, you have to seek understanding. You have to give your life to Jesus, because there are many people who here on earth suffer, but they are prisoners in the world of Satan even if they are getting on with life. Many people have vision where they see people suffering in hell. In reality it is the kingdom of Satan, where millions are in satanic prisons where the devil has the people tormented. There are several musicians in the world who are dying and will serve the devil as captive and prisoners in the satanic kingdom before going to the place of torment. They will serve the devil in his kingdom because the devil has a kingdom. Anyone who has pacts or alliances with the devil, as soon as he dies, the majority of musicians, actors, stars, these people serve the devil, but they will serve the devil in his kingdom where they are prisoners there. The world of Pandemonium exists, that's where the satanic prison is. The devil has his prison there in the spirit world. So these are things that sometimes we have a little difficulty hearing, believing or understanding, but it exists. It's just asking the Lord to give you the grace to visit the, because you know today in the church there are several people who are much more biblical and don't believe in things of the Spirit. Things of the Spirit exist, but these things are not in the Bible. Not all of them. Many spiritual things are not in the Bible. The Bible cannot contain all spiritual things. That's not going to make sense.